Welcome to the info session. My name is Anissa Farton-Thompson. I'm a social media specialist here at California State University, Dominguez Hills. We are providing this information session to allow our OSHA Training Institute participants and prospective students to interact directly with our program director, Mr. Raul Guzman. There is a link at the bottom of your screen for the information kit. That address is bit.ly/CSUDH-OSHA-info kit. And that's also been placed in the chat for your use. And I'm going to go ahead and turn this over to Mr. Guzman. Go for it.
Thank you, Anissa. So good evening. As Anissa mentioned, my name is Raul Guzman. I'm the director of the OSHA Education Center here at the California State University, Dominguez Hills. And so today we'll be talking about the training topics that we cover in our program, certificate programs. We'll talk about a little bit about our OSHA faculty and how to get started in our program. Why do we do this, right? There's many reasons. So on average, each year we have about 4,500 fatalities in related to workplace injuries. And then we also have about 12 workers that die each day here in the US. And on average, we have about 3 million serious workplace injuries and illnesses that are reported. So a little bit about the OSHA Training Institute Education Center. So we are under the Office of Training and Education, OSHA. And then basically the OSHA Education Centers are a national network of nonprofit organizations. And we basically have a non-financial cooperative agreement with OSHA. And so we are authorized to deliver OSHA numbered courses. So most of the centers are assigned to higher education institutions. Currently, there's about 26 centers throughout the country. And then we offer approximately 50 different courses in occupational safety and health. And OSHA also has 2 certificate programs. Each of the OSHA Education Centers has the ability to offer additional courses besides these 50 courses. In the case of Cal State Dominguez Hills, we offer 80 plus different courses in occupational safety and health, and we have about 8 different certificate programs. So I wanted to show you how we are associated with OSHA. And basically here you have the structure of OSHA, right? So at the head of OSHA, we have the Assistant Secretary of Labor, which is Douglas Parker. And then after him, we have 2 deputy assistant secretaries. And then right below them, we have the various regional offices. And so we are part of the directive of administrative programs. And so within that directive of programs, we have the OTI, and under the OTI, we have the 26 OSHA Training Institute Education Centers. So as an OSHA Education Center, we are required to service Region 9, and Region 9 is comprised of Arizona, California, Guam, Hawaii, and Nevada. Samoa, I believe Samoa Islands we're also forgetting here. So they're also part of Region 9. So related industries that we cover topics related to construction, manufacturing, oil and gas, healthcare, facility maintenance, maritime, food processing, warehousing, agriculture, motion picture, entertainment industry, and automotive. So basically we cover topics in all industries. So some of the sub-training topics that we offer, we have topics in general construction, process safety management, hazardous waste, hazardous materials, healthcare, entertainment, hospitality, industrial hygiene. We offer courses in accident investigation, ergonomics, fall protection, confined space, respiratory protection, cranes and heavy equipment. We also offer trainer courses. We offer trainer authorizations, which I'm gonna cover in the after a couple of slides, risk management, and ergonomics. So earlier I mentioned that Dominguez Hills offers approximately 8 different certificate programs. So here we have the Advanced Safety and Health Certificate, and we have a general industry track as well as a construction track. And this is a certificate that actually doesn't require any experience. And so if you're a person that's looking to get the foot in the door, you're looking to transition into safety, this would be a great certificate for you. It is the Advanced Safety and Health Certificate and requires 7 courses to complete. The other certificate program that we have is the Certified Safety and Health Official, and that is the CSHO. And that does require somebody to have at least 5 years of experience overseeing the safety of others. And the reason for that is because one of the courses that has to be completed is either the 500 or the 501 to become an authorized trainer. And so if you completed one of those certificate programs, then the next step would be for you to complete or look at the Occupational Safety and Health Manager. And that focuses more on the business side of safety. There's courses that are related to risk management, to accident investigation, as well as Cal OSHA legal process. And then if you're looking for areas of specialty, then we have the healthcare safety technician, we have the refinery safety technician, and then we also have the hospitality health and safety manager. So here we have a chart that shows where you can apply or how you can apply different courses to various certificate programs, right? So for example, if you look at OSHA 510, that is a course that can be applied in the Advanced Safety and Health Certificate construction track. It can also be applied in the COSHO construction track, as well as the Safety Fundamentals certificate program. So currently we are doing video conferencing courses. We've been doing video conferencing for now almost 2 years, and we put a lot of thought into it. We're not an organization that basically took their curriculum and turned it into online in a matter of a week. It actually took us about 60 days to make it happen. And so we use a variety of cameras in our classroom. We've actually staged the classroom, and instructors are teaching from the classroom here at Cal State Dominguez Hills. We have document cameras, we have a different screen setup, and then we also have IT support in every of our classes. So again, currently we're doing all video conferencing courses. We are looking to transition our classes into a hybrid model, and that's probably going to happen in July. And so what that's going to look like is we're basically giving people the option to choose whatever modality they want to use, right? So if they want to be in person, they'll have the ability to be in person. And if they want to continue in video conferencing, they'll also have that option. So it's all going to happen in the same class with obviously the appropriate equipment and technology. So a little bit about our faculty team. So we have instructors who are comprised of seasoned professionals, and obviously they possess the credentials needed to be subject matter experts in their topic. And so some of those expertise, we have individuals who are involved in construction projects, such as hospitals, interstate highways, high-rise buildings. We have experts with marine operations, longshoring, and marine terminals. We also have instructors with military background with water treatment plant background, oil and petroleum refineries, hospital facilities, fire departments. We have Cal OSHA retired compliance officers. And we also have, actually, we have two instructors who are legal counsels. So one of the things that our program is known for is for the outreach training program. And a lot of you guys know this program as the 10 and 30-hour OSHA training. And so one of the things that we do is we authorize individuals to be able to deliver that training. And in addition to authorizing those individuals, we also oversee the issuance of the 10 and 30-hour OSHA cards. And so if somebody was interested in becoming an authorized OSHA outreach instructor, they would need to complete the prerequisite course and then submit a prerequisite verification form, and then also attend the trainer course. So it would be $500 if you're looking to become a construction outreach trainer, $501 for general industry, $5,400 for maritime, and $5,600 for disaster site. And then we also have two endorsement programs. We have three endorsement programs. So we have 5109. So if you are a current federal OSHA 500 authorized outreach trainer, then if you take 501, then you would get an endorsement to teach 10 and 30-hour based on the Cal OSHA standard. And then vice versa for general industry. If you're a current federal trainer and you take OSHA 5119, then you would get an endorsement to be able to teach 10 and 30-hour Cal OSHA training. And then the last one is ET&D. That's electrical transmission and distribution. And for that, you do have to be part of the consortium partnership who set this up. And it's basically a slightly different version of the 10-hour construction training program. Okay, so as I mentioned before, some of the requirements: you must have 5 years of experience overseeing the safety of others. You would have to submit a prerequisite verification form to our office. That is reviewed, and then if it meets the requirements, then we would issue you a permission number for you to register into the class. So another function that we have is that we do support national emphasis programs, and basically we do that by the events that we have quarterly. And so whatever campaign OSHA has, such as the fall protection stand down, the trench safety stand down, or the national safety stand down, we will support OSHA's mission by hosting some sort of event and helping get the word out on those emphasis programs. So another example of that, we also support regional efforts and campaigns. And the one that we just had was Pacific Coast Safety Fest, which was the week of March 17th. It was all of the OSHA education centers in Region 9, along with the regional offices and state programs. We collaborated to offer free courses to residents of Region 9. So some of our program statistics, again, as I mentioned before, we offer over 80 different courses in occupational safety and health. We have 8 certificate programs. This is in addition to the 2 certificate programs that OSHA has. We schedule about 220 courses a year. We serve about 3,600 students each year, and approximately 400 certificate programs are earned each year. So talking about industry recognition, so many of the OSHA number courses are now being incorporated into job descriptions and contract requirements. So These courses bring a lot of value in terms of how you can market yourself for different jobs, and even for, again, contract requirements. We often see contracts that specify that somebody needs to be an OSHA 500 or 501, or that somebody needs to have a certified safety and health official certificate program to have the responsibility of safety on the job. So on-site training, we also do on-site training, and basically any company can call us, and we have the ability to schedule trainings on site. We are very competitive when we are quoting prices for 15 or more. And so again, anything that has to do with occupational safety and health, whether it's an OSHA number course or non-OSHA number course, or just training for compliance, right? If you need to train your employees to meet compliance requirements, we have the capability of doing that. So how to get started? Again, we have links here for general information. We have a course schedule on our website, and then the registration step is easy. All you need to do is call the registration office, and they will help you get registered. So again, our registration office is open from Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays, 9 to 1. And again, all you need to do is call to get registered. Here's some of our contact information if you need to get a hold of us. I would say the best method of communicating with us would be through email, and that would be at osha@csudh.edu. And then here's some ways to connect with us. We have a Facebook account. We have LinkedIn, which our marketing department always uploads awesome content. So again, to summarize this presentation, I talked about the benefits of participating in our program, how to get started, some of the resources that we offer in terms of on-site training, certificate programs. And again, all this is to better your business and also avoid fines, and more importantly, avoid somebody getting hurt. So with that, I'll open it up for questions if you raise your hand or unmute.
Thank you. Thank you for that presentation. That was really good. I was interested in taking some of these courses. I started before COVID, now wanting to get a little bit more safety under my belt, since that's when I started doing safety right as COVID hit. Question about some of the courses that you offer. How far in advance can I guess, register for the courses? Because I tried to register for one for the IIPP, and I guess it was canceled. So is it like good to book the courses like kind of far out?
Yeah, so what we tell students is register as far in advance as you can. You know, I know that right now we are trying to transition into a online registration system, and so we have kept the registration closed, and then you know, normally it's open all year, but then we've restricted that a little bit. But you can register as far in advance, and then normally what we do is we look at the enrollment 2 weeks in advance of a class, and then we make a determination, you know, whether the class is going to run or not. And I can tell you that I think we do a pretty good job of scheduling courses to where we limit the number of cancellations. I mean, our cancellation number is we cancel a class if we don't have 3 students or more. So it really, I mean, for us to, it takes a lot for us to cancel a course.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you have questions about the requirements or the schedule or the instructors or maybe how the course is structured in class. I'm open to any questions.
So I wanted to do the outreach training program, and I'm going to take the first course how quickly can I sign up for the second course? I know one runs like right next to it, and then the other one spaces out until July. And I'm trying to see if I can do it concurrently. Like I could fill out the application process, and then it would just be deciding on passing the course to see if I qualify for that second course.
You can. So there's a couple of things that you could do, right? So one is we try not to overlap the classes, right? So that they're like back to back, especially for a trainer course. But what happens is sometimes we schedule so many of these that it appears like we're scheduling them together. Okay. But to answer your question, you can register for 510, and as you're completing that course, you could submit, actually you want to submit your prerequisite verification form while you're doing that, or even before that, to make sure that we get that process. So I would say we need at least 2 weeks to be able to process a prerequisite verification form.
And one more question, the 5109 or the 5109, the endorsement one.
Yes.
I haven't looked up that course. Is that just one course for the 10 and 30 hour?
Right, correct. That is one 4-day class. It's a 4-day class, and basically it focuses strictly on the Cal OSHA standard, whether it's construction or general industry.
Very good, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Beatrice. I see a question from Dennis Knight. He asks, what is the requirements for the beginners course?
Requirements for beginners course. So I always recommend to students that if you are starting in our program, the recommendation is that you have to identify what industry you're in, right? Most people are either in construction or general industry, and I'll say most people. So determine what industry you're in, and then if you're in construction, start with OSHA 510. If you're in general industry, start with OSHA 511. The reason I recommend that is because those classes basically provide an overview of the entire standard, right? And then what happens as you sit through that class, you go, I think I want to learn more about respiratory protection, or I want to learn more about electrical safety standards. And then that gives you an opportunity for you to select the types of courses that you want to take to complete a certificate program, or not even to complete a certificate program, just to gain the knowledge. You can pick and choose whatever class you want to take.
Okay, I see Chris has his hand up. Go ahead, Chris.
Yes, I was interested in taking the 511 because I'm in the hospitality industry, and I wanted to know, could I start directly with that, or would I have to take 510 before?
No, 511, anybody can take 511. There's no prerequisites, and that is going to cover the general industry standard. Now 511 is general industry standard it's the federal standard, right?
Okay.
If we're in California, right, you may want to consider the 5119, which is the Cal OSHA general industry standard.
Thank you.
Okay. The reason, so I guess people ask the question, well, why do you take 511, or why are you recommending 511 if that's a federal general industry standard? Well, the reason we recommend that is because it's part of our certificate program, and it's also a prerequisite for somebody that wants to become an authorized OSHA outreach trainer, right? But if you are simply just looking to get the knowledge to be in compliance with Cal OSHA, then you want to look at the 5109 or the 5119, right? 5119 would be general industry. The 5109 would be construction.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Okay, so next up we have Roberto and then Craig.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. It's a nice day. My question is, I already have the authorized trainer, already passed that, I have my card, but I'm planning to move on to our company to a higher position, which is a managerial position. What does OSHA require as far as me getting certification? Do I need to take the class on that OSHM in order for me to take that job?
Roberto, can you repeat your question?
Yeah, I already am an authorized trainer, and I'm planning to move up, the ladder on our company. And there's an open position for managerial and safety. So I'm trying to find out if OSHA requires for me to take that OSHM class for certification. Is there some kind of OSHA requirement?
So are you in construction or general industry?
Construction, sir.
Construction. Okay. So, again, OSHA is very vague in terms of what they require, right? There's verbiage about, hey, somebody has to be knowledgeable and experienced to oversee the safety of others, something along those lines.
Mhm.
So they don't really get into specifics. But I have two recommendations for you, right? One is to look at our Certified Safety and Health Official Certificate Program, right?
Mhm.
Which is the COSHA certificate program, since you're already an authorized OSHA outreach trainer. And then the second recommendation would be that once you complete that certificate program, look at the Board of Certified Safety Professionals, BCSP, Board of Certified Safety Professionals. And
Mhm.
perhaps, I think it would be really good if you obtain their CHST certification. A lot of people ask me, Raul, which one's better, your COSHA certificate program or the CHST, right? And what I explain to them is that we're talking about two different things, right? They're not the same. So our COSHA certificate program gives you the knowledge, right? And
Mhm.
then what you do is you take a test from BCSP, and that gives you a certification. It's basically validating that you have a certain level of knowledge. And in construction, a CHST is highly recognized.
Do you offer the BSHP?
No, that's a third party entity that offers certification programs.
I see. Okay. Thank you.
We
Thank
don't
you.
do certifications.
That's right.
Thank you, Roberto,
Thank
for your
you.
question. Next up, I'm going to call on Craig, and then I'll ask a question from the chat. Go ahead, Craig.
So first question is the HAZWOPER course. I think it doesn't list dates for that class, and I think it says something along the lines of call OTI and see if we can get something scheduled. Is that due to lack of enrollment or?
No, so the reason why we have that is because of COVID. So a HAZWOPER course requires a lot of donning on, donning off equipment. And so because we have to use that equipment and share that equipment, we've actually taken those courses off the schedule. Now that things are opening up, we are going to look at bringing those classes back. We would never do a HAZWOPER course online, right? Because if you look at the requirements, doing it online does not meet those requirements. And so, yeah, it's a course that has to be done in person because of the equipment. So we'll probably be putting it back on the schedule. I don't know, maybe towards the end of the year or maybe August. Yeah.
So just keep an eye out.
Yes.
Okay, great. Definitely interested and can do that. Second and last question.
And I'm sorry, and that's for so we have the 40-hour HAZWOPER, and then we have the 40-hour HAZWOPER trainer course as well.
Yeah, I probably want to knock them both out. Interesting stuff and needed.
Yeah.
Okay, second quick question. I did recently complete the 501, 511. Great courses, great instructors. Had a wonderful time. A lot of good knowledge for anybody on the call. But I also did the 5119 for California.
Okay.
Again, that guy, he was actually, as you mentioned, retired COSHO. So just a wealth of knowledge. I couldn't
Manad?
get, yes, sir.
Yes.
I couldn't get 4 hours. I couldn't get any more out of it because it was just jam-packed worth of really good information. So definitely want to encourage people to do that to get the information out. My question is, I ended up receiving my trainer card for Fed OSHA, and I got all 3 certificates, but I think I'm supposed to get a California sticker to go on that. Is that true?
No. So what it is you should be getting a second card. You should be getting a second card that indicates that it has the Cal OSHA endorsement.
Oh, okay. Maybe it just got lost or something. I think I completed these in June and July of last year.
Yeah, just email our office and they can look into it and send you a replacement card.
Can you tell me that email address real fast?
Yeah, OSHA at
Yep.
CSUDH.edu, and it's on the chat.
That's it. Thank you for all your information.
Sure.
Good classes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Craig. And if you come up with any more questions, just feel free to drop them in the chat again or raise your hand again. That would be fine. We have a few questions from the chat as well. Nancy Tatum asks, when should you take the certification and after what set of courses?
If I understand that question, I think she's talking about the BCSP certification or the CHST. And I would say that after you complete one of the certificate programs would be a good point. So we're talking about 7 classes. Again, there's different routes of doing this, right? Some people don't take our classes, and what they do is they end up purchasing a study guide, and they're studying on their own, and they're trying to figure out what's the best information to review. The benefit of taking our classes is that you have subject matter experts in front of you that are explaining to you what's important, not only for the test, right? Not only for a certification, but also in the workplace. So yeah, personally, if I had I would say that after you complete one of our certificate programs, because you do get charged if you don't pass the test, and it's not cheap.
Okay, thank you for that question. Damaris asks, is there a specific time credit points expire to complete the AHS program?
One more time, sorry.
Is there a specific time that credit points expire to complete the AHS program?
So for all of our certificate programs, we list 5 years. So somebody has 5 years to complete one of our certificate programs. I've had individuals who come back to us and go, hey, I've taken all these courses, but there's a couple that I took 7 years ago. Can you give me credit? And we absolutely give them credit. But we do specify on our website that it's 5 years to complete.
Okay, and similar to that, Mike asked the question, does another OSHA Training Institute Education Center set a transfer limit to their courses for their certificate programs?
So I'm not sure what the other centers' limits are in terms of transfer courses. I can tell you that we accept up to 4 classes from other OSHA education centers. So we accept up to 4. So if you have to complete 7 and you got 2 from one place, 2 from another, we'll accept all 4, and then all you have to do is complete 3 with us.
Okay. And speaking of the courses, how the courses work, do the courses work with more than one certificate? So I noticed that Craig mentioned that he had completed 3 separate components. Can you take a course and have it conform with more than one certificate?
We can, and so there's a chart on our website that explains how many times or with what different certificate programs you can use a course. So there may be a course that you can use in 3 different certificate programs. So that's another thing to look at when you're selecting your courses.
Mike says, just to clarify, he was referring to our particular training center. Is there a time limit for expiring those courses?
5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 years.
Okay. Do we have questions? I see Nancy came on. Nancy, did you have another question?
Hi, Dawn. I was on earlier, but I got disconnected.
Oh,
So I
okay,
just
sorry
joined
about
back in.
Thank you.
Thank
Glad you were able to make it back
I
in.
did post a question in the chat. I'm not sure if he answered that question, and that was regarding the certification and the classes. So I'm not sure if he covered that.
He did, and we'll make sure that we get that information to you. Again, the question was, when should you take the certification, after what set of courses? So
Right, and my recommendation was, at least complete a certificate program, which is 7 classes, and then make your attempt for the certification. But again, there's different routes of doing this. Some people just take 4 classes and then they study on their own. So yeah, there's different routes.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Another question that has come up recently is there an application? Does a person that wants to go through OSHA training have to apply to the university? Or are there any other kinds of stipulations that are required in order to start taking classes?
Right, so there's no process for admitting a student into our program. Basically, it's open to the public. All you need to do is contact the registration office at 310-243-3741. All you have to do is contact the registration office and say, hey, I want to register for this class, and obviously pay your tuition. The only time that you're going to have to speak with us first is if it's a trainer course, because there is a prerequisite verification that has to be completed. But other than that, anybody can take any of our classes.
I know we're getting ready to wind down soon, but I want to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to ask any questions that you have while you have captive audience with Mr. Guzman. So you feel free to unmute and ask your questions. And in the meantime, while we're waiting, I just want to have one final question on the side here. I have been in the safety industry for many years with my current employer. How can I confirm that I meet requirements for becoming an authorized trainer?
So that's easy. All you do is you have to complete a prerequisite verification form, which you can find on our website. And basically what that form is asking is list your employers, right? Tell us who your employer was, how long were you there, and then tell us what responsibilities you had and what percentage of that was safety. And so we are looking for a certain lingo for you to describe what those responsibilities were. That's why it's recommended that somebody take the prerequisite the prerequisite course first, so that you can understand how we write certain things, right, and how we refer to certain things. And so that's basically what it is you're completing you're providing employment information, job responsibilities, and then we read that, look at that, and we're looking to count 5 years of experience.
Okay, and Stephanie was kind enough to put that link in the chat as well. And again, just anyone that is looking for that from watching the recording, you can go to the website and just simply look up the prerequisite verification fillable form. It's an interactive form and it's ready to use. Are there any last questions? Oh, Nancy, go ahead.
I missed part of the question. What was the prerequisite verification form to
That's
to
to
submit
become an
to?
authorized outreach trainer.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Any last questions? Let's double check.
I have one.
Sure, go for
Yes.
it.
Okay, so would you say the CSHO is probably the top in construction over the SHF and the ASH?
I'm sorry, the SHF, are you looking at one of our certificate programs?
Yeah, it says safety and health fundamentals. So does your certified safety and health official kind of trump the safety and health fundamentals and the advanced safety and health?
Okay, so the fundamentals, right? There's two certificates, that safety and health fundamentals, right? Those two are certificates that are issued by OSHA. Okay, and the number of hours and the content that is covered is less than what we cover in our advanced safety and health certificate, and it's also less than what we cover in the certified safety and health official. So if you want to rank those by content, I'm going to rank, not that I'm trying to trash OSHA.
I see it. I see it. I see it now. I see
Right, but
the
if you want to
courses
rank
that are
them,
in
right,
the.
you put at the top the COSHO, then the advanced, and then the fundamentals.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay. Or Raul, do you have any closing comments?
You know, what would I say? I think that, you know, my background is in construction, so I consider myself to be a carpenter by trade. And you know, I'm a general contractor, certified building inspector. And at one point I had my construction business. I think I was open for about a year, and then I found out about safety responsibilities, and I literally took 2 steps back. And I did that because, you know, I like to sleep at night, and I just felt like I didn't know enough. You know, it was, a lot of people have this concept about, hey, running a business or being a contractor is I have my truck, I have my license, and I'm good to go, or I have my workers and I have my warehouse and I'm good to go. And you know, construction is one of those businesses that it's easy to open, but it's also one of the easiest to close down, and that's because of accidents and lawsuits and all sorts of things. So you know, safety has been really good to me in my career. And yeah, it's just, I mean, especially working as a trainer, working as a consultant, I mean, it's great. I you know, 15-20 years ago, I would have never imagined that safety was what it is now. And so it's a good career.
And you get to work with some pretty incredible trainers and super knowledgeable people as well. I think that makes a big difference as well, having a great team on board
Right.
to work
Yeah.
with. Yeah.
And one of the things that I like about our program, right, and I'm not, I don't want to say that other programs don't do it, because I'm not sure how they run their operations, but I can tell you that with us, every person that we put in front of a class, they are truly a subject matter expert in that area, right? So we don't have 3 or 4 people teaching our fall protection course. We have literally one person that teaches our course, and he is the subject matter expert when it comes to fall protection. And you know, in the case of fall protection, it's Jeremy Trask. But that's the same all across our courses. Is we have a designated subject matter expert for that class.
Indeed. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that we have our closing information for your next steps. So Raul, go ahead and take it away.
So yeah, again, if you have any questions, feel free to contact us. We can also schedule a sort of a, I wouldn't call it a counseling appointment, but more of a, you know, if you have any questions, we can set up an appointment with you to answer those questions regarding the program. Again, there is no forms, there is no application. It's all you need to do is look at the schedule, find out when you want to start, and then contact our registration office and just register for a class. You know, and if you are going to be working towards one of our certificate programs, again, there's nothing that you need to do until you complete all courses, and at that point you would apply to receive the certificate program and the actual certificate, and there is no fee to do that. And in addition to getting a paper certificate, you're also going to get one of our cool digital badges that you can use on all your social media, and that badge will let people know what are some of the topics or what was the information that you covered in your certificate program. So it's a great personal marketing feature for you. So with that, I guess, thank you for coming. And again, feel free to contact us if you have any questions.
And we'll leave the contact information on the screen for just a moment. And I know we do have 2 final questions that came right at the tail end. I want to make sure we ask them really quickly. Nancy follows up with any recommendations on obtaining more hands-on experience. She's in facilities management and conducts safety assessments.
Hands-on experience. You know, I mean, the only thing I can think, I mean, we do have a jobs page on our website. And I know that from time to time, there are organizations that are looking for, that are offering internship opportunities. But I mean, I would say there's a lot of jobs out there. And you know, I think there's a demand for safety professionals that there's companies that are willing to train you. If you're the right candidate, they will. If you're the right candidate and they see that you have taken the time to educate yourself and complete a program, I think there's a lot of companies out there that are willing to give you an opportunity, and they would like to train you on their processes.
Great. Okay. I hope that answers the question. Nancy, let us know.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And Josh asks, when I took various OSHA classes with the school, they'd share Google Drive folders with the slides, but recently I noticed that they were no longer shared with me. Is there any way to renew my access to those materials, or is it restricted time period?
Yeah, just send us an email. So I would say that when you get those links, you know, download the material, because we do, that access does change or end. And so if you need something for one of the courses that you attended, just send us an email. We're happy to send you another link. But what you want to do is you want to download those materials.
Absolutely. All righty. We see the comments. Thank you, Beatrice. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Nancy, Dan, Kimberly, everyone that joined in this evening. We appreciate your time. And we'll, again, leave the contact information up. Please give us a little bit of feedback. There's a QR code and a link for webinar survey feedback. We'd love to get your take on how we can make these kinds of events better and easier for you.
Yeah,
Once again, thank you.
They scan their phone, right? And then scan the QR code with their phone.
Yep. And we're all set. Thank you, everyone.